In this lesson, we are going to talk about injective functions. Let capital A and B be non-empty sets. A function f from A to B is called one-to-one or injective if every two distinct elements of A have distinct images in B. In symbols, for all x1 and x2 in the domain, if x1 is not equal to x2, this one implies that their images are not equal. Okay. So x1 is not equal to x2 means that x1 and x2 are distinct. And also, their images are distinct. Equivalently, the contrapositive of this implication is this one. Okay, mas madali i-prove ito because this one no longer has negations. Okay, take note that in writing proofs, if as much as possible, we can remove the negations, gawin natin kasi mas mahirap if we are dealing with negations. Okay, the equivalent statements of this is for all x1 and x2 in the domain, if the images of x1 and x2 are equal, then x1 and x2 are equal. So this one is easier to prove. Okay, let us have the following mapping. So let us determine whether the following mapping shows injectivity or not. So suppose that f is a function from A to B. Or we can also have this notation. Small a maps to small b. Okay, so let us check. So A1 maps to B1, A2 maps to B3, A3 maps to B4, and A4 maps to B2. So yes, this one is injective. Next, A1 maps to B1, A2 maps to B4, A3 maps to B5, and A4 maps to B2. Okay, this is still injective. Or one-to-one. Okay, in case you're wondering, hala, may B3, yung B3 walang kapares, that is totally fine because we are only looking at the domain to the codomain, not the other way around. Okay, take note that all of the elements in the domain must have a pair. Okay, so yung A1, kay B1, kay A2, kay B4, and so on. So, it doesn't matter if the codomain has extra elements. That is totally fine. As long as the domain, walang extra element. Next, A1, B1, A2, B3, A3, B4, A4, B4. Okay, we have the following ordered pairs. Sorry, B4 pala dapat. A3 is mapped to B4 and A4 is mapped to B4. So take note that this is no longer distinct, no? Because your B4 has two pre-images. So dapat unique din yung kanyang pre-image. So this one is no longer injective. Next, A1 to B1, A2 to B1, A2 to B2. Ito, take a look at this. So, si A2 ay nakamap kay B1 and kay B2. So, this is no longer a function to begin with. Okay, this is not injective and also not a function to begin with because B1 and B2 have the same pre-image. Hindi yun pwede. Or in other words, A2 has been repeated. Next, this one, kitang-kita, si A2 walang kapares. And also, your A3 has two images that are not equal. So, this is no longer a function. Next, how are we going to prove injectivity of functions? Intuition and knowledge about how a certain function behaves along its domain and through its range are important in proving injectivity. So, kasama na dito yung alam natin yung graph, alam natin yung domain and range ng particular functions, ano yung mga values na makakapag-produce ng equal images, mga ganon. So, we have two cases. So, for the first one is kapag alam natin na injective yung function, at yung pangalawa, when we know that it is not injective. So, first, assume that the function is injective. So, we are going to use the definition of injectivity. Okay, this implication. Okay, since ang gamit natin ay universal quantifier for all x1 and x2, we are going to get two arbitrary elements from the domain. So, eto yan. And the next step, let us assume that their images are equal. Ito yan yung step 2. And we are going to give deductions hanggang mag-come up tayo sa x1 is equal to x2. Okay, again, since ang ating quantifier ay universal, gagamit tayo ng arbitrary elements. Hindi tayo kukuha ng specific elements. Because take note, dahil naka-universal, dapat magwo-work yung ginagawa natin sa lahat ng elements ng domain. Next. Now, what if alam natin na hindi magiging injective yung function? So, the negation of this statement is this one. So, yung negation ng for all will be there exists or for some. So, there exists x1 and x2 in the domain such that, okay, saan nanggaling to? So, recall from logic, ang negation ng implication ay we copy the premise and then we negate the conclusion. Okay, so eto yan. And highlight natin. So we copy the premise. And then we negate the conclusion. So magiging conjunction na yan. That is the equivalent logical form for this. Since naka-existential quantifier tayo, we are going to give two counter-examples to disprove the injectivity. Suppose that f is a function from a to b and a and b are subsets of the integer set. Given a is a set containing 4, 6, 8, and 10, and b is the close interval from 4 to 20, if f is defined by the equation f of x equals to x minus 1, and then let us show if this is injective or not. Okay, so as we all know, 2x minus 1, the graph of this one is a line. Okay? So ito, no, halimbawa ito. Halimbawa lang. For example, this one is a line. Take note that this one is indeed injective. So, because when we draw a horizontal line, parang ano lang, vertical line test sa functions, it will only intersect once and never again. So, ibig sabihin, this is 1-to-1, no? Hindi mauulit yung mga image. Okay. Here, what will be our strategy? If you're going to show using informal proof, the one thing that you're going to do is to make a table of value. So, this is an informal proof, no? 2 times 4, 8, minus 1, 7. And then 11, 15, and 19. Okay, so their corresponding images are indeed in B. So, therefore, this one is injective. Because as you can see, their images are unique or distinct from one another. So, this is the informal proof. Okay? Formal proof. Okay, let x1 and x2 be an element of the domain A. Assume, so we are going to assume the premise, assume that their images are equal. Okay, then let us substitute x1 and x2 to the function, the equation, no? The formula. Then, so I have here 2x1 minus 1, 2x2 minus 1. So, this becomes 2x1 equals 2x2, x1 equals x2. Thus, or therefore, F is injective or 1-to-1. So, this is the formal proof. So, as you can see, ano yung mga steps natin? We are going to take arbitrary elements from the domain, x1 and x2, and then we are going to assume that their images are equal, and then we are going to arrive to x1 equals x2. So, take note that this is only our solution kapag alam nating injective yung function. Next, let f be a function from R to R defined by the equation f of x equals 4x plus 1. So, note that the domain of f is the real number set. Line yan eh. And also the range, no? And also the codomain of f is the real number set. Okay. Anyway, this is the given domain and codomain. So, meaning to say, there will be no restriction for the domain. And this one, line yan, so alam natin na yan ay injective. Okay, let x1 and x2 be an element of the domain which is R. Okay, assume their images are equal. Then, ayan, so same process like we did from the previous example. So, we're just going to evaluate the function. So, using the inputs, x1 and x2. Okay. x1 equals x2. Okay, thus, or therefore, f is 1-to-1. Let f be a function from R to R defined by the equation f of x equals x squared plus 1. So, this one is a parabola. And as you all know, parabola is not 1-to-1 because based on its graph, so ito, sample lang, no? So, assuming that we have a parabola that looks like this, if we draw horizontal lines, ayan, oh. For example, this one, the coordinates x1, y1. This one, x2. Take note that the coordinate of this one, the y coordinate of this one will also be y1 kasi magkapantay sila, 'di ba? Magkapantay sila from the x-axis. So, meaning to say, this will no longer be injective or 1-to-1. Now, we are going to make use of the counter example. We are going to give counter example. Okay, for our counter example, pagdating sa counter examples, tayo na yung bahala kung ano yung lalagay nating x. Basta equal yung kanilang images. Okay, dalian lang natin, 1 and negative 1. So, f1 is equal to 2. And f of negative 1, this is also this one will be equal to 2 also, no? So we can take counterexamples 1 and negative 1. Okay, take x1 be equal to 1 and x2 equals negative 1. Note that their images are equal, but 1 is not equal to negative 1. Therefore, f is not injective or one-to-one. Next, let's have a floor function. Let f be a function from R to Z such that f of x is equal to the floor of 2x minus 1. Okay, how do we evaluate floor functions? For example, we have 1.1. The floor of this one is 1. Okay, we get the integer that is lower or less than the given input. Okay, for example, I have 1.2. The floor of 1.2 is also 1. The floor of 1 is itself. Okay, from our illustrative or constructive examples, we can see that it is not injective because there will be many inputs that will have the same images. Again, the floor function gives us the greatest integer less than or equal to the input. Okay, what are we going to do? So we're going to give counter examples. Okay, let x1. Okay, ano yung magandang maging example dito? The floor of 2x minus 1. What is f of 2x minus 1, no? So let's have decimal. 0.1. So this one will be the floor of 0.2 minus 1. So that will be the floor of negative 0.8. So the floor of this one is negative 1. Okay, next, the floor of 0.2. So we have 0.4 minus 1. So this will be the floor of negative 0.3. Again, the floor of negative 0.3 is negative 1. So less than, no? Less than negative 0.3. So negative 1. Okay, we will use 0.1 and 0.2 as our counter examples. Okay, take x1 equals 0.1 and x2 0.2. Okay, note that their images are equal, but 0.1 is not equal to 0.2. Therefore, f is not injective. Next, let's have your irrational function. Let f be defined from R to R such that f of x is equal to 1 over x squared minus 4. Okay, here, take note that our domain is actually incorrect. Okay, so this one, meaning to say this function will not exist because the domain is incorrect. So the domain of this one is, what is the correct domain of f of x? So it should be reals. What should be the domain of f of x? It should be the real number set except 2 and negative 2. Tama? Kasi magsisiro yung denominator. So let us rewrite the domain. So this one should have been r except 2 and negative 2. And for the codomain, we are not going to change that. Okay, so we have 1 over x squared minus 4. Okay, so from here, 2 and negative 2, we don't know, or for example, you are not allowed to use Desmos or any graphing utility. 1 over x squared minus 4, again, we have a quadratic term again on the denominator, meaning to say, if we plug in two numbers, one positive, one negative of it, parehas lang yung magiging sagot. So what if 1, f of 1, so what is the image? So 1 over 1 minus 4, so this will be negative 1/3. Okay, how about f of negative 1? F of negative 1 will also be the same. So, same lang na negative 1/3. So, we will use that as counter-example. Okay, take x1 be equal to negative 1/3, 1. x1 is equal to 1 and x2 equals negative 1. Okay, note that their images are equal. But 1 is not equal to negative 1. Thus, f is not 1 to 1. Take note that our counterexamples 1 and negative 1 are elements of the domain, of the new restricted domain. Okay, next we have an exponential function e raised to x. Okay, take note that the graph of e raised to x is continuous. Okay, it looks like something like this. This is your x and y. So, it is asymptotic to the x-axis. Therefore, since it looks like this, we know that it is indeed injective. Okay, so let's have a formal proof. Let x1 and x2 be an element of the domain. Assume that their images are equal. Then, okay, ayan. So, same procedure dun sa kanina. So, I have here e raised to x1 and e raised to x2. So, take the ln of both sides of the equation. And then use the property of logarithm to bring down the exponents of the input of the logarithmic function. And by definition of ln and e, this one, the highlighted, is equal to positive 1. So, x1 equals x2. Therefore, f is 1 to 1. Next, we have here, let f of x be equal to 1 over x minus 1. So, f from R to R. So, again, this one will not exist because the domain is incorrect. Okay, so we are going to change 2. Okay, what should be the domain? So, R except positive 1. Okay. So, this one is a rational function with a vertical asymptote in x equals 1. For example, this is the vertical asymptote. So, how does this look like? So, we also have a horizontal asymptote that is equal to 0. Okay. So, meaning to say, the graph will look like this. And then here. So, this one is injective because when you draw a horizontal line, it will intersect once only. Okay, so we are going to make use of the formal proof here. Okay, let x1 and x2 be an element of the domain R except 1. Assume their images are equal. Then, okay, so I have here f x1 equals f of x2. So that will be 1 over x1 minus 1, 1 over x2 minus 1. Okay, so cross multiplication. Okay, so rearranging everything, we have x1 equals x2. Thus, f is injective or 1 to 1. Now, what if you don't know how the graph behaves, no? Halimbawa, dito sa part na ito, halimbawa lang na hindi mo alam kung anong gagawin. Halimbawa lang na you don't know this part. Okay, take a look at this. So, I will just write it here. Halimbawa lang, you assume the formal proof. Okay, ganito yung mangyayari dyan. So, I have x1 squared minus 4 and then x2 squared minus 4. So, cross multiplication, x2 squared minus 4, x1 squared minus 4. So, x1 squared equals x2 squared. So, take note that we are going to take the square root of both sides of the equation. So, that will be positive, negative, no? So, positive, negative x1 equals positive, negative x2. So, how many relations or equations can be formed from here? 4, diba? So, we have x1 equals x2. Negative x1 equals x2. x1 equals negative x2 and yung parehong negative. So, take note that we are only looking for this one. Or, pwede ngang eto equal sila However, we have this. Etong dalawa. So, this one will instantly disprove that this is not injective. Kasi may ganitong pangyayari wherein the negative of x1 is equal to x2. So, dapat equal sila pareho.